It's time now for the Peter Channel Afternoon News for this Sunday afternoon, March 1st, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. 12:30 p.m. News headlines here in our top story at 12:30 p.m. here on this Sunday afternoon is 2 days before Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to speak to a joint session of the Congress. Secretary of State John Kerry said the Prime Minister is welcome to speak in the U.S. Authorities are prepared for tens of thousands of march in central Moscow Sunday in memory of opposition leader Boris Nemtsov, who was shot to death late Friday after urging people to protest Russian President Vladimir Putin and the war in Ukraine. Ron Paul won the CPAC straw poll, but the buzz seemed to be all about Scott Walker. Just don't look too hard for his true believers. As Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin made a big impression at the Conservative Political Action Conference, and he's leading among the Republicans in several polls. Holly Homemaker Uptown debuted among a boatload of hype on Saturday after establishing herself as one of the women's MMA's hottest free agents with 3 undefeated years on the independent circuit. ISIS released 28 Christians U.S. Iraq kills 1,100 in Iraqi violence in February. Kurdish rebels say Turkey makes domestic steps toward peace, and Egypt Sisi calls for election law to be amended within a month. A handout CCTV picture received from the Bedford Police Service on Monday shows British teenagers Amir Abbasi, Khadija Sultana, and Shamina Begum walking with luggage at Gatwick Airport in London on February 17, 2015. In Aden, President Rabu Mansur Hadi accused his predecessors on Sunday of conspiring to erect the scale of 2011 deal backed by Gulf states to transfer power to him in cooperation with the Shiite Muslim Wafi group. No DHS deal with Democrat Bennett jobs safe in House Whip Scalise said. A man suspected of killing 2 people during a street race has turned himself into Los Angeles police. Henry Gevorgian, 21, surrounded by guilt, surrendered to authorities Saturday night in connection with a fatal hit and run that left 2 onlookers dead. There's a new deadline on the border as the Homeland Security Department shut down a no-clear sign that has deal is close at hand as agreement allowed a 1 week spending bill passed only hours before a threatened shutdown on Friday. Unless you have been purposely avoided your local multiplex the last 3 weeks, so you're most likely already uncomfortably aware of 50 Shades of Grey juggernaut that has put our nation's movie theaters in a chokehold since Valentine's Day. William Shatner has defended himself on Twitter as his decision to skip Leonard Nimoy's funeral Sunday became a front-page tabloid fodder. Focus topped the weekend box office charts with $19.1 billion, but the highest film didn't make off with as much loot as analysts expected. Vince Vaughn emerges from the icy waters of Lake Michigan on Sunday, March 1st, 2015 for the polar plunge. And Lady Gaga took the icy plunge in Lake Michigan. A pair of NASA astronauts breezed out the spacewalk to install cables and antennas at the International Space Station on Sunday, days after water pulled up in the helmet of one of the astronauts at the end of the previous spacewalk. Alien life forms may exist in the solar system, but they would look very differently to life on Earth. Scientists have suggested as a type of methane-based oxygen-free life form that can survive and reproduce in a similar way as cells on Earth has been modeled. And Freetown's Sierra Leone's vice president has put himself in quarantine following the death from Ebola of one of the security guards. New evidence discovered that chronic fatigue syndrome is a biological condition as researchers discovered evidence that CFS is caused by immunological dysfunction indicated it as a biological condition, never a psychological illness. And New England is here at 12:34 at Guilford, Vermont, at second alarm fire on Yarrow Road as a building fire. In sports, Minnie Minnesota, the hugely popular all-star athlete from Cuba who became the Major League's first black player out of Latin America and a treasure figure in the history of Chicago White Sox, died on Sunday in Chicago. Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, has purchased 1,000 tickets to give away to Tim Wolves fans for Monday's home game at Target Center. The Chicago Blackhawks are in difficult position. Salary cap pressures threaten the team's future starting in earnest this summer. The PGA Tour has had relatively few weather disruptions this season. It's been a smooth ride from some of the obscene winds, snow, floods, lightning, and fog that has crushed the early season scheduled recent years as storm blows Honda's classic scoreboard into a lake. And today, the Boston Celtics will be at the TD Garden this afternoon, taking on the Golden State Warriors this evening at the Garden. Game time 6 o'clock. Peter Chell News on 12:35 on this Sunday afternoon, and it is time now for a travel report here on the Sunday afternoon here. And I see smooth sailing our ways by way to New England there. And we got an accident on 95. Not bad in downtown Providence near Route 6, so expect some delays here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute on the Sunday afternoon here. And take a look at the MBTA. Alerts. SL4 experiencing minor delays on the Silver Line. And the Greenbush Line, train 2075, 11:03 a.m. from substation, delayed 25 minutes due to congestion here. Franklin Line, train 2707, 11:20 a.m. from substation, delayed 35 minutes due to mechanical problems. Peter Chell News on 12:36. It's time now for a weather report on this Sunday afternoon, and we are under a winter storm warning in effect from this afternoon, 3 p.m. till 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Here as light snow develops late this morning and afternoon, but with a bulk of accumulated snow will occur this evening with the ice amounts expected south of the Massachusetts Turnpike here. Winter storm warning remains in effect from 3 p.m. this afternoon to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, and locations central and southern Rhode Island as well as most of the southeast Massachusetts went to the south coast and as far east as the Cape Cod Canal. Hazard types, wet snow. Accumulations 4 to 8 inches of snow. Time and areas light snow will develop this afternoon. The snow will increase in intensity this evening, followed moderate to heavy at times. The bulk of the accumulated snow will occur between 4 p.m. and 1 a.m. and when snowfall rates may be on the order of 1 inch per hour. The snow will taper off to flurries toward daybreak on Monday. Here, impacts at treated roads will come. Snow coming in, slippery by the same day along with a poor visibility at times, and given temperatures will be near freezing and snowy of the wet variety, especially near the south coast. This may separate on any ongoing roof problems there. Uncertainty, the heaviest snow looks like to occur close to the south coast. However, there will be a low risk that snow can mix with or change to appear to rain near the south coast. That as the current snow accumulation will be less than forecast. Winds southwest about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Visibility is 1.5 miles or less at times, and temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s. Here, precaution prepares actors that winter storm warning is issued with an average of 6 or more inches of snow expected in a 12-hour period, or for 8 or more inches in a 24-hour period. Travel will be slow at best on well-treated surfaces and quite difficult on any untreated surfaces. Here, and day 1. Today, tonight, winter storm warning, and day 2 for 7. Monday for Saturday, winter storm warning here. And Tuesday night and Wednesday, another storm will likely bring a period of snow Tuesday night that changes the ice in the interior and rain along the coast. The precipitation may change to rain in all areas Monday, Wednesday, and confidence in its details is low. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For this afternoon, snow may after 3 p.m. High near 30 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 8%. Southward about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Little no snow accumulation expected here. For tonight, snow may before 2 a.m. The snow can be at heavy at times. Low around 20 degrees. Southward about 5 miles per common chance of precipitation 100%. New snow accumulation 3 to 7 inches possible. For Monday, cloud sky that are gradually becoming mostly sunny sky high about 36 degrees. Westward about 7 to 14 miles per hour. Side is 32 miles per hour. For Monday night, most of the coast sky low about 11 degrees. Westward about 6 to 8 miles per hour. For Tuesday, chance of snow mid after 4 p.m. Most of the sky about 29 degrees. Northwestward about 6 miles per hour. Coming to the morning. Chance of precipitation 30%. For that, snow freeze rate at sleep becoming all freeze rate after 2 a.m. Low around 25 degrees. Chance of precipitation 8%. Wednesday, chance of freeze rate before 9 a.m. Then a chance of rain between 9 a.m. and noon. Cloud sky high about 1 to 3 degrees. Chance of precipitation 50%. With that, chance of rain and snow showers. Most of the cloud sky low about 25 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. For Thursday, most of the cloud sky high about 31 degrees. Thursday, part cloud sky low about 10 degrees. For Friday, Sunday, part cloud sky about 27 low about 14 degrees. And Friday night, and for Saturday, most of the cloud sky about 37 degrees. Northern temperature set at 20 degrees overcast skies. And that's me for the Peter Chell after the news on this March 1st, 2015 on a Sunday afternoon. Peter, you have a good afternoon. I'll see you at 5 o'clock. Have a good afternoon with a good positive attitude here.